Welcome to the community of Rampanagas. I hope I have it right. We're just between Rampanagas and Toko, and we're here today in this community to not really bring you a story, because stories are fictions and things that are made up, right? What we're going to be doing today is telling you of a real life drama that took place just behind me here on April the 10th, when a young man at 10 a.m. in the morning, doing what he loves best, deep sea diving, went out with some friends, normal morning, 10 o'clock, but found himself in difficulties. This young man spent 17 hours on the sea and swam for more than 44 miles to safety. So this is not a story. This is a true life episode that took place here. And I have that gentleman with me this morning, Christopher Bugros.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
And it's a pleasure.
It is.
Now, this is a young man who normally does diving for a hobby. Came out here on Wednesday, April the 10th, with a couple of friends and got into difficulties at 10 a.m. Let's start with that morning. You got up, you decide to come out with a normal, you know, sometimes people tend to say when they go in and do something, they might get a little feeling, or you might see something. But that morning was a normal morning for you?
Well, that morning was very nice. We just normally look at the charts, plan our dives, make sure the water clean, tides, everything was good. Right? We get up about 3 o'clock in the morning, head up to Toko on this beach here, and we reach up here about 6 o'clock, and we start loading the boat, which is that boat there.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, that boat there.
Yeah.
And we head out.
So you all head out from right here?
Yes, we head out from right here.
Yeah.
We load up there by the road, head out, and we head out approximately about 25 miles outside, according to the GPS.
Yeah.
Right. Upon doing that, we reach out there, water was nice, water was flat, we reach out there in 2 tools. We both have a big engine, we fly out there. It was nice. Everybody making joke, who going to shoot the biggest fish, everybody on the boat joking. It was nice, sunny. And upon doing that, we decide to tank up. Right?
That's all your gears, your tanks.
All your diving equipment.
So it's not that you all went out there unequipped, you were fully equipped?
Well, we was equipped.
Right.
I wouldn't say fully equipped because we do not have the most expensive equipment, right, due to costly. So we buy things that, you know, that what could work for us and what we're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Right? I dive with a backpack, a tank, wetsuit, weights, fins, guns, snorkel, stuff like that. I didn't have a VC vest, a BC vest, because it's a little expensive, right? So we dive with that and we find it more, you get to maneuver yourself properly if you're going underneath rock and stuff like that. So we reach out there around quarter to 10, right? We begin diving. Me and 2 of my buddies, we dive down.
Regular guys?
Yeah, regular dive buddies. I dive it right through on the East Coast because we work as a team on the East Coast. On the East Coast is a place that I'm supposed to see you, you're supposed to see me, right? If you see any shark, for some reason, you come and let me know, hey, shark in the water, you know, stuff like that. So we dive down. While going down, my 2 buddies was on my left hand side, I was on the right hand side. While going down, watching my dive computer hit about 50, 60 feet max. There's a reef we diving on. hit that reef, all I just felt my whole body drag right. My whole body just whoosh and going with the current. Now, I go down to the bottom of the rock, look around for my dive buddies. No way. Look all around, look around. See, but where is this boy? I see this current too strong. The gun in my hand, doing so, moving left, right. I was like, nah, I can't dive in this. So at that point, I lost my buddies. I decided to surface.
But at that point, did you come to terms that you were in difficulty, or you were just like, okay, I'm coming back up and I'm going to be safe?
I didn't find I was in any difficulties at that point in time, right? Because I thinking I would have just come up and yeah, the boat right there, right? So I follow my computer and I come up, gradually come up. I can't come up too fast, right? And while I surface, I look around. I look all around. I saw the boat approximately about a mile away. So that undercurrent took me from 50 to 60 feet. Took me about a mile away drifting while I coming up. Right? Upon doing that, when I see the boat, first thing I did, chuck the gun up in the air, wave the gun, blow my whistle, shout. But they did not hear me. So at that point in time, I decide, I say, well, here what? Current pushing downstream to land, right? You have a choice. It's either swim or die. But that was no way on my mind. I didn't study that. And I said that you have a choice, right? It's either swim or stay here and die. Okay, that is reality, right? So I decided to swim to land. So I took my landmarks to land. I measured land with my two hands, left and right. I saw land was, one point was here, one point was here. I took the middle of the mountain and I swam until about an hour into the dive. I decided, well, you know what? Things need to go. Weight belt. First thing I dropped was my weight belt. And then continue swimming. Saw some little fishes. Start playing with them, you know, they're all in front of me, just to keep my mind on a real narrow, straight path, you know, not to study anything outside there. Yes, I know by myself, right? And no one around, it's just me and your father, right? And continue swimming until about 12 o'clock in the day, around 12, 1 o'clock. I heard an engine. I stopped. I look around, wave going up and down. Now I saw the boat on my left hand side, straight up on my left hand side, but it was approximately about a mile away, the same distance. When I surfaced, I saw the boat. So I had to keep on swimming until about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock coming down there. I decided again problems with breathing. Right, the wave hitting from behind, wave hitting at the side, water going in my mouth. Now, I took out the regulator, I used out the tank. I had about 2000 psi in the tank, used out the tank completely. So I took out the regulator, took out my wetsuit, my upper wetsuit, I have a two-piece wetsuit, and took out the tank, tie up the tank to use it as a flotation device. So I hold the tank in front of me like this, right? Take the regulator hose, cut the regulator hose and use it as a snorkel, because while diving I don't use snorkel, I use regulator, right? So cut the hose. Now the hose is very small and very difficult to breathe, right? You have to pull very hard. And about 6 o'clock in the day I was looking out for light and land. I saw my first light. Then I saw lights going down the stream, right? And I decided to swim, keep on swimming. Now my throat is hurting me. Behind my left foot bleeding because of the fins, right? With the constant movement. behind my foot here was hurting, right? Feeling tired, hungry, thirsty, you know, but had no choice. Had to swim to save my life. Continue swimming until about 12 o'clock. About 12 o'clock in the night, the current started to pick back up. But during the course of the night, from around 10, 9, 8, coming up there, I fell asleep about 4 times on myself. And I shake up myself and say, Chris, you can't fall asleep here, otherwise you're going down, right? Well, I started praying from the moment I started praying from the moment I saw the boat and I realized that
You're on your own?
Yeah, I'm on my own. I started praying from there. And
was it that point that it really came to terms with yourself that I'm in problems? Or it happened before? What time? It happened at 10 o'clock. But what time did it really come to you that, hey, well, something terrible going to happen here now?
Well, it kicked in from the moment I saw the boat, and the distance I saw the boat, and I realized...
That was the only help, and gone.
They are going on fine. And I said to myself, they are going on fine. Because the speed the current moving at on top of that water, it's fast. And I swimming with the current, right? So when I saw the boat, I saw the back of the engine, the boatman stand up in the boat, you know, I could make out the boat. And I said to myself, I say, if those guys think something happened to me, they are not going to leave there anytime soon to come to look for me. So I don't have a couple hours going downstream. Right? So all of that going through my mind, because I knew that I'll go back down, look to see if I tie up on a rock, see if something happened, if regulator fails, something happened to me underneath there. Right? So I started to think about all these things. I started to think ahead. Right? And as Dad told me, you know, he said, see you're too brave. You're going East Coast soon. Right? And eventually I end up East Coast, and he knew how East Coast is because he was in a similar situation to me. Right? The same current-wise and stuff like that. Right? So he tell me certain things that, you know, what I need to do, you know, like strip yourself, you know, naked. But I wasn't stripping myself naked because there are sharks, barracudas, you know, stuff like that. But what
naked
do you
or
mean?
clothes in the shark coming back to you still?
Yes, but what do you mean clothes make you heavy?
Yeah. Get rid of excess.
So you need to get rid of all excess
baggage,
equipment, anything like that. But I kept my gun, regulator, I kept my backpack because it was light, you know, but I just got the tank about 12 o'clock in the night, right, when I realized the current picked back up, right, and I decided to, you know what, land ahead and honest to land. There's about 12 o'clock in the night when the current picked back up, the current started to pull back upstream. I realized that when the wave started hit me it started cap in front of me. Now all the time it was capping in the behind, right?
So
it was going to land, right? Now it's capping in front. I realized I drifting. So I said, you are taking me back where I came from. I going to land. So I saw 100 lights on land, and I saw one particular light. And at 12 o'clock, I decided to swim to this light.